Vidya Patil, and I will be guiding and assisting you during this course. Now, students, as I had already mentioned to you, each unit of your textbook focuses on one particular writing or composition skill. In today's video, we will be discussing about summary writing skills. Now, for you students especially, this is one of the most essential skills which you need to learn. Summary writing skills will help you in many different ways, not only as a student, but also as a professional in your later life. So, students, let us now try to understand what is summary writing skills and how you can develop it. So, students, let us now try to understand what is summary writing skills. Summary means explaining an idea in a shortened form in your own words. Here, you use most of the information which is there in the original text. You have to rewrite or retell the same thing in your own words in a shortened form without changing the meaning of the original text. Shortening of a text is actually nothing but creating or restating the important points which have been discussed in that particular text. Whenever we read a text, there will be one main theme or main point. There may be few supporting points, and then there will be certain examples to reinstate that point. So, when you are summarizing, you will try to list out the main points which have been discussed in the text. Summary is nothing but another form of note taking. So, generally, when a teacher is taking the class, I'm sure most of you may take down notes. Now, you cannot write down every word which the teacher speaks, but what you do is you write down the main points, what the teacher is trying to elaborate upon. So, you can make down these main points and then afterwards you revise these points. Similarly, summary writing is just another form of note taking. Or summary writing skills means to develop a summary of a given text. Here, it is nothing but an abridged or a shortened form of what the writer or the author is trying to communicate through that text. Also, the summary will always be written in your own words. It will not be a copy of the original text. So, you have to rewrite the whole thing in your own words. The summary will also state the main information which you would want someone to focus on while they are reading the text. So, if you are suggesting someone that you should read this article and you try to summarize it to that person, you will give a lot of emphasis on the main idea which that article is talking about. The result of summarization is nothing but a description of all the important topics or ideas which have been discussed in the text. So, the central theme or the main points or the key ideas, no matter by what name you call it, you will be trying to outline these main thoughts or ideas which have been focused in the original text. Now, students, there is a small image on your screen. If you just pay attention to it, you can see that summary is nothing but a sum. So, very briefly, if you would like to understand what is summarizing, you can say it is nothing but a sum. S-U-M. S is it is shorter than the text. U is you have to use your own word, and M, that is main ideas only. So, the summary which you write should be shorter than the original text. It should be in your own words and not a copy of the original text, and it should consist of the main ideas which are there in the original text. So this is a very nice way to remember what summarizing is all about. Students, a good summary is one which is comprehensive, concise, coherent, and independent. Now, what are these things and what do they mean? Well, let us start looking at each one of them. A summary must be comprehensive. What does this mean? Well, you need to try and include all the important points which the writer has tried to express in the original text. So, what you need to do here is make a list of all the important points which the writer has been discussing. You should go through the points on the list which you have made and make sure that you have not missed out on any point which the writer wants to stress. So the writer you should be very clear that you are not going to miss out on any point which will take away from the meaning which the writer wants to give or explain in his text. So being comprehensive means covering all the important points which have been mentioned by the writer. Students, now the summary should be concise. Now when we say concise, it should be short and to the point. So when you look at the list which you have made, you should try to eliminate any kind of repetition of points. Your summary should always be shorter than the original text. So make sure that you have not repeated any of the ideas or the points. Try to avoid any supporting details or examples which have been given by the writer so that he can reinforce his point. So please eliminate all such things. Try to keep your summary completely to the point and make it concise. Next, you have to see to it that the summary should be coherent. Now, when we say coherent, what we mean is that we should be able to understand what the original text is all about. So, it should make some sense. Now, when you write, it should be an independent piece of writing. It should be shorter than the original text and it should convey the same meaning which the original text also conveyed. So it should not look as though it is some disjointed collection of points, but it should actually look like an entire whole text. We have to see that the summary should be independent. It should not look like a replica or a copy of the original text. So avoid copying the text as it is in your summary. You are not supposed to imitate or copy the writer here. Actually, you are supposed to maintain your own voice. That is, you have to write in your own words what the author is trying to say. A summary is nothing but what you have understood about the original text. So, you have to express your views, your ideas about how you have understood the text and what the writer is trying to tell through this text. So, your interpretation of what the writer wants to say has to be written in the summary. Your summary should always be such that it should not misrepresent the points or the ideas which the writer has given. When I told you that you should express your views, it does not mean that you should try to go against what the writer has said, but tell it in your own words. So, what we have noticed or seen till now is that whenever you write the summary, it has to be comprehensive, that is, it should cover all the points. It has to be concise, that is, it should be short and to the point, be coherent, which means that it should be clearly understandable and it should be independent. That is, it should be written in your own words without being a copy of the original text. Now, students, summarizing is a very important skill, especially for students. Why is it so? Well, it is so because it helps you in your academic writing. That is, whenever you're trying to understand the text or you're trying to examine an essay for your research purpose, it will help you to understand the text or the essay in a thorough manner. It also helps you to extract the main points from the text. In this way, you will be able to know what is the main theme of the text, what are the main points which have been included, and what the writer actually wants to, what is the message which the writer actually wants to convey to you. Now, these skills are very invaluable for a student and for a researcher. If you have a summary writing skills, it will not only improve your comprehension of the topic, but also your way of expression, because you are not using the same words, you are rewriting the thing in your own words. Research has shown that those students who employ summarizing skills or strategies while studying, they find that they have understood the subject 19% better than other students. So, summary skills is a great help for students. Students, let us now try to find out how summarizing will actually help you. Well, as we have already discussed, it will improve your reading comprehension skills. So, you will be able to understand the text better. Also, it helps you to sort out the main ideas and the supporting details. So, you can find out what is the main idea which has been expressed and what are the supporting examples and other things which have been stated by the writer to reinforce the main idea. Also, you can follow the argument which the writer has taken in his text and understand his point of view. Also, you will be able to identify the key points or the main themes of that particular text. This summary writing skill will also help you to differentiate between facts and opinions. So, your summary should consist of facts and avoid all kinds of opinions. So, knowing summary writing skills will help you to analyze the text which you are studying. Now, this is very necessary in today's world because it helps to save time, money, and energy. When you are able to make a good summary, you don't have to go back to the original text every time because you can revise just by going through the summary which you have prepared for the text. Also, this art of summary writing, where all the important information can be put in an abridged or shortened form, is very necessary in every profession. It will help you no matter which profession you take. And students, let us try to understand how we can write a good summary. Now, there are many different ways of summarizing which have been developed by different researchers. But all these different techniques employ three main ways. What are those? Well, they are selection, rejection, and substitution. So first, you need to select the main points from the text. Secondly, you have to reject or remove all the unnecessary points. And thirdly, you have to substitute these main points in your own sentences. So, shortly, this can be said to be the main process of summarizing. I'll just repeat it once more for you. You have to select the main points, remove the unnecessary points, and substitute the main points with your own sentences. Okay. Now, the first part, that is how to review the essay or the text. First, read the text thoroughly. Without a proper reading of the text, you will never be able to know which are the main points or main theme of the text. Then, write down what all you feel are the main points in the text. Reread it and try to make down some other notes, add some notes to these main points. Also, try to remove all supplementary information or supporting evidences which have been given by the writer, so that the list which you have made should consist only of the main points. So students, the next step is writing the summary in your own words. So always begin your summary with the information of the source or the original textbook. So the title of the text, the name of the author or the writer, and if it is an abstract which has been taken from some other text, then you should refer to that also. Next, you should talk about the main points of each of the different sections. Then present all this material through the author's point of view. So here you are not giving your opinion about the text, but what you have understood, that what the writer actually wants to tell us. So whatever you write in your summary should not change the meaning of what the writer has mentioned in the original text. Please be very careful regarding this. Now the last part is revising your draft into a coherent summary. So all the main points which you have noted down, now you should present it in a proper chronological order. There should be some link between the different sentences. Try to eliminate all kinds of repetitions. If a point seems to be repeated again, please eliminate it immediately. Add transitions wherever necessary. So make use of linking words so that there should be some sense of link or connection between the different sentences. Before you complete your summary, please check once for all grammatical and spelling errors. Also, check the length of your summary. Your summary should always be shorter than the original version. So students, now there are certain tips which you need to follow whenever you are writing a summary. Always focus on the bigger picture. That is, don't try to give extra emphasis on smaller things, but try to see to it that the summary which you write seems to be comprehensive and seems to be coherent. Always use the present tense form when you are writing the summary. Suddenly, midway, don't change the tense of your sentences. When you do such a thing, what happens is that it creates confusion in the mind of the reader and it also breaks the flow of your paragraph. So, don't change the tense and always maintain the same tense through the entire summary. So, students, whenever you are writing a summary, please follow these basic conventions. Always mention the name of the writer. If you know some extra information as to where he is working or which university he belongs to or any such information, you can always add it. Also, never try to change the meaning of the text. Even if you don't agree with the writer's opinion, don't display it in your summary, because your summary is just meant to be a shortened form of what the writer has been trying to say. So always keep it short and keep it to the point. Don't miss out on any of the main points and try to remove all unnecessary details. Students, in today's video, we have learnt about summary writing skills. So, I'm sure you have now got a good idea of how you can write a proper summary. This will help you in your studies also. Whenever you are studying any subject, not just English, but any subject, it is always preferable if you can make a summary of the lesson which you have studied. After reading each lesson, please make a summary, note down the important points, try to remove all unnecessary information, and this will always help to improve your understanding and comprehension of the text on the lesson. Also, it will make it very clear to you what has been mentioned in the text and how you have to express it in your answers. So students, summary writing skills is surely going to be very helpful to you for as a student. Not only as a student, but as I have already told you, no matter which profession you take up, summary writing skills will always help you at every step of your life. I hope you like this video.